Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are doing some amazing things. Let me just get my tabs set up. All right. So today we're doing another installment of Crystal Vault. And with that, oh, thank you, sir.
You still have one of those.
Why is it frothy?
This is coffee.
Thank you.
Because I made it in your machine, right?
In my machine. Anyways, guys, welcome to my channel. Today, hi, Teresa. It was just your birthday. Oh my God. I want to talk to you privately later. I'll message you. Well, anyways, focus, girl, focus. Got a little bit of that keto brain. Welcome, guys. Focus at me. You can do this. You can focus. We're going to be doing energy work, live readings, personal readings. We're also doing a Crystal Vault edition. And with that, you simply have your own personal crystal. It could be a piece of jewelry, something you wear on you all the time. And I can encode it with multiple different options. Today we're offering protection. I can encode it so that way it can amplify your ability to defend your own auric field. I can also encode it for activation, and this will support you in your attempts to rise up in frequency and energy. I can also, this is a new one, I can go ahead and encode your item for manifestation, for prosperity. And what this will do, it will really help to amplify your own personal manifestation ability. And that will help you with creating a more stable financial situation for yourself. It'll also help you to kind of just enjoy life. You know what I mean? Just enjoy life. Manifest the best life possible for yourself. So if you are interested in getting an expedite, please. I don't have the link. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was snoring about 15 minutes ago, and then my husband woke me up, and he's like, "You told me to wake you up." I don't really know what's going on yet. I'm going to comment. I'm going to just comment. Here we go. There you go. Okay. Actually, I don't know if the comment went through on Facebook, but that's the link. If you'd like to purchase an expedited request, just go to that link and you'll get whatever I have available. So what I have available today, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to inventory. Today we have bioscans, 3-card clear tarot readings. And I mentioned the crystal code. Oh, there's a 4th crystal code option. It's the higher self connection. The higher self connection is basically like putting the protection and activation together. This allows a direct connection to your higher self. It's not impossible to have this direct connection naturally, but most of us really seriously struggle with keeping connected with our higher selves, hearing the divine guidance, allowing our higher self to provide for our needs. 90% at 409. 90409. Love it. Oh, I totally forgot. Umbral eclipse recalibration. So as y'all probably already know, we are going to have a partial lunar eclipse on the 17th of July. And as we are still in Mercury retrograde, fuck Mercury. Sorry. It is just insane. Okay. Mercury has a tendency to really just ruffle people's feathers. But an eclipse carries with it feminine energy and causes a rise of our subconscious desires and emotions. It can also bring with it a rise in our intuition and our ability to nurture ourselves. This is a perfect time for us to clear out the old and unnecessary to make space for the new, more beneficial changes that an eclipse can bring into our lives. So this expedite is going to prime your field for clearing. It's also going to prepare you for the yin energies that come in during an eclipse. And all of this is done today. And it heightens, it keeps progressing, intensifying until the actual eclipse takes place. And then it's all goodness, all goodness. We also have past life trauma release. We go ahead and look for the past lives that your higher self wants you to address. And then we look for that trauma and we remove it energetically. Ooh, you guys, I didn't realize I had this in here. Toroidal torch transformer. This is badassery on a whole nother level. If you don't know what a Taurus is, you probably go pass out for this one. This is intense energetic work. This is going to really harness the tokamak. It is just, I go to the link, read the description. It's pure badassery. Those are your options. Choose wisely. Choose wisely, guys. Choose wisely. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, here we go. First person, Noi. Noi, are you here? Let's see. Hi, Jade. We just waiting to see if Noi is here. Oh, I told y'all I wasn't fully awake. Yes, we can totally do number wars. Noi hasn't answered yet. Hello, Michelle Powers, Amazon Red. Hold on. I don't see Noi yet. All right, let's do this. So because I'm not coordinated enough. Oh, Noi is here. Sorry, guys. Noi is here. Let me do Noi since I said Noi's name already. All right, let's see. Oh, and just so you guys know, I'm live on both Facebook and Instagram. No, Facebook and YouTube. Facebook and YouTube. All right. All right, here we go. Ooh. And then I'm told to pull from this deck as well. So let's see what's going to happen for Noi. Okay, so your first card is card number 28, Collaborative Dreaming. What I get from this card is you feel a frustration as though your environment is not helping you to grow in some way. You feel as though you're kind of stuck in a rut and you don't know how to get yourself out of it. It's just like day in and day out, not much is going on to stimulate you spiritually speaking. Well, here's the thing that your higher self is sharing. You have to make sure that you don't leave this to someone else. This is your responsibility to do. It's your responsibility to continue to find ways to stimulate yourself. Find ways to continue to grow your inner and understanding. And it's also very plausible that you're in this like sort of lull just because you're generating a charge. Excuse me, you're generating a charge to push forward. So sometimes when we sit idle for a little bit, it's not that we're necessarily failing or being lazy or any of that. Sometimes we're kind of silently, quietly preparing to push forward. And I think some of this has to do with what you're going through as well. You also got card number 11, diving for light. This tells me you need to further explore yourself, your own depths, your heart space. There's a lot of things within you that are very, very difficult for you to process. Things that have happened earlier on in life that you've, for the most part, blocked from your conscious mind. And you might be wondering, like, how am I going to process that if it's blocked from my conscious mind? Well, there are things that are going on that kind of are begging you to look deeper into yourself. And as you begin that inner work, like really commit to that inner work, because you started and then you kind of stop. And you start a little bit and then you stop. And there's a part of you that probably feels like, what good is this work anyways? You know, it's just like looking back at drama stuff. You have to process those events in life. Okay. So you have to make sure that you take responsibility for your journey. And it's not necessarily that you're blaming anyone else. You know what I mean? It's more of this, you're waiting for someone to stimulate you, to get you, I guess, more inspired to dive deeper into this inner work. And they can't, because the oceans are yours. Not just anyone is allowed into your ocean. Okay. You're very selective too about who comes into your space. So that makes it even more necessary for you to always be very cognitive, very conscious of stimulating yourself. Okay. One more card. Hold on. I just threw all the cards. Hold on. Noi, I have your final card. It's a little message from your higher self. What is this? Harvest Mother watches over me. The inner world offers powerful healing energy. Creating space to receive it with love, patience, acceptance, and willingness to hear, feel, and honor all messages from our inner world with wisdom allows this inner medicine to work its healing magic. Even if it seems unfathomable at an intellectual level, the inner world, we just need to invite with what your higher self is trying to get you to do, which is dive deeper within. Don't be so focused on external stimuli. Instead, dive deeper within, okay? Or your soul is going to drag you. That's a funny one, though. Looks like you're rolling with the punches. You know, it totally looks like your soul doesn't really want to drag you, like it's not fully necessary, because you will begin to comply, okay? And maybe because you saw a picture. I'm sorry, guys. I have to take my pants off. I'm wearing 2 pairs of pants. Well, the top pair is not even mine. It's my son's. So, all right. Let us see. Next, we have Catherine Garland. All right. Past life reading and trauma clearing. Catherine, are you here? You guys, I have mother flipping hemp seeds stuck in my teeth. There she is. All right, Catherine. Let's go ahead and see. Just breathe very deep and very slow. Is it cold where I live? No. I'm just always cold. Here we go. This is intense. Hold on. It's not mine. Not mine. Not mine. There's a man following you. The streets are cobblestone. This looks like somewhere in Europe, maybe the 17 or 1800s. And you're walking faster. And he's walking faster too. And you turn down an alley. Stop. Not mine, 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 not mine. It's not good. You turn down an alley and he attacked you, like brutally. He murdered you in the alley. Are you okay? Do you have any sensations on your upper chest? I'm trying to block him from entering your space. You brutalized your upper chest and your throat. It's really bad. It's rare for real evil. It's really evil. Can you come upstairs?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah?
Are you okay, Catherine? Okay. So, I removed cordings. I also recoded your entire auric field so that he can't trace his way back to you. I took him and left him in a world of mirrors. As long as you don't offer a bridge back to you, he will be lost in that world of mirrors. Okay? That's what's been following you. Okay, you sure you're okay? I'm okay. That, like, that triggered my PTSD, but I'm okay. I just couldn't, I couldn't calm myself down. Um, yeah, he actually, um, right when I began viewing, he attempted to bind me to Catherine. I don't respond well to violence. And then he proceeded to attack both of us. I don't know if you knew him in that life or if he just made it his life's mission to brutalize women, especially. But he was a very violent, very, very brutal person. And just that specific type of violence is highly intelligent, highly intelligent. So, Catherine, please do let me know. Um, yeah, he is not just a regular person. He's absolutely demonic. Absolutely. A regular human being can't reach levels of evil like that. Catherine, your higher self wants you to know the name Wherein. He inhabits pretty much every man that you meet. Careful, okay? Next is Caroline Jolly. Um, Caroline, Caroline, I have to do number words first. I don't want any of this, even residual, to be encoded into your crystals. I'm sure you understand, okay? Let's go ahead and do number words first. All right. So I'm going to pick a number from 1 to 100. If you want to be a part of this, please do go over to my YouTube live. My channel on YouTube is Emmy Evolving. Oh, I just did. Excuse me. So again, if you want to be a part of this, please go to my YouTube channel, and that way I can see your guess. Okay. So pick a number 1 to 100. The first number that I see that matches what I've written will win a Claire Tarot reading from me. I thought I saw it. Find it. Rena Hooper, number 63. Rena Hooper, you won at 63. So let us get you some cards. All right, let's see. So Rena Hooper won. Just shuffling. Shuffling. All right. Okay. So you got King of Coins in reverse, and this has to do with corruption, using any means to achieve the desired end, unfaithfulness, peril, thriftlessness. There's a lot of really disharmonic energy within your auric field right now. Hold on. I don't know what that is. It's like really. Then you also have the Ace of Coins, wasted money, corruption, misery, greed, just a lot of negativity. A lot of negativity going on all around you. And it seems as though it might be, I don't know if it's something that you're doing or if it's someone that's around you, like an influence. And it's like their presence is drawing this to you. Your third card is Queen of Staves in reverse, and this is about jealousy, deceit, infidelity, unstable emotions, fickleness, resistance. These are just some like really, really disharmonic energies swirling all around you. Have you been feeling okay? Rena, are you here? Oh no, you've been off and lost job and car. Do you mind if I scan you? Your higher self says to look, but I definitely won't without your conscious permission. Okay. You have a very specific string. You have to you have a 2M infection. It's a pretty advanced merger at this point. You need a 2M extraction. I don't do that on live streams. Your higher self is talking to me. You were exposed to this and got infested. You have to be mindful of who you interact with, especially online. Quite a few people, these love and light people, they're not love and light. They're full of shit. Okay. And they can be mad at me all they want, but they're so fucking full of shit. All they want is an audience. They want clout. They want stupid shit that has nothing to do with integrity. And I can't work on you in a live. I can't work on you on the live. I'm sorry, hon. This is a very serious infection. Yeah, you have a 2M infection. It would be best if you stay off of online stuff. It's primarily spread through electrotonal waves, meaning eyes and ears, things you're watching, things you're listening to. That's how it enters your shield. It doesn't matter how much shielding you do. It doesn't matter how advanced you think you are. 2M can breach. It is extremely advanced, very difficult to detect. Most people who try and claim they do what I do, they have no fucking idea what 2M is, nor what to do. They're full of shit. Seriously. Okay? This is not good. It's not good. I can try and freeze it, but the merging is pretty advanced. It's pretty advanced. It's infiltrated almost through to your heart space. It's gotten your root, sacral, solar plexus. I see crystallization along your throat and your crown. So again, I can't work on this during the live. You definitely shouldn't be working on people. You shouldn't be intermixing energies because you'll spread this infection and that's what it wants. Okay? This is not good. It's not good. I wish I could do something for you. Unfortunately, I can't. Not on this live. Why did I unplug that? You guys, for those of you who are on the live right now, I have to run a clearing sequence to be thorough. Make sure you're not exposed. Hold on. Let's see. It is 44% at 444. That's some shit right there. My energy will always honor your sovereignty. Without permission from your highest self, it will not enter your space. Archai, Winter, Triata, Fire, Ice, Suelu. Kweli. Nantitikasala. Mihuati. Clean. Clear. Fire. Ice. Thereto. You guys feel okay? All right. So let's do another number wars because we don't want to forget a lot. Okay. Let's just, all right. Okay. Let me just, maybe if I drink some of my unsweetened black coffee, fucking keto. Nice and bitter like my attitude. Okay. That was my pencil. Oh. All right. Everything from after Yellow Puke Road comments, LOL, she hasn't picked a number yet. There you go. You guys can get started now. Melissa Bernard at 48. Melissa Bernard won at 48. All right. Here we go. Told that's the wrong deck. What deck then? Don't irritate me. Okay, girl, I'm told to pull from this brand new deck that I don't think I've ever used it for anyone yet. Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay, I have shuffled this. I was told to look at the deck, and it showed two cards that apparently are for you. Let me go ahead and reshuffle the deck. Oh, look at that. Okay, this shit. Let me just, here, I got the 3 cards. Oh, girl! What the? Okay. This is like, so first we have card number 66. This card says coming together. If you look, that's 2 coming together. 2 separate becoming 1. Let's see, card number 66. You and another soul are coming into each other's worlds. It's a karmic destiny that's unfolding, an expression of a divine plan set in motion many lifetimes ago. That destiny may have a romantic purpose. It may have a sacredness that is sexual, like paddle sexual. Okay, sorry. It may have a sacredness that is creative, tender, about learning self-esteem or courage. It may bring a gift of enduring friendship and loyalty, or be an expression of a passing flash of divine force that shakes your foundations and helps you move out of a situation which would have consumed your light with tediousness and playing small. The coming together is happening, however. No, it is love. You're going to be moved by love. You're moving. You're moving. Okay? Which I ain't gonna even say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm just gonna keep it to myself. All right, card number 67, the Swan. Look at this card, the Swan. Okay, card number 67, gliding with grace. There's nothing withheld from this beautiful soul. Ooh, I didn't realize this had poetry. Two energy patterns came together, a shared frequency in a field of possibilities, and then there was resonance. That's beautiful. All right. Gliding with grace, nothing is withheld from this beautiful soul. It can discern what is genuine, authentic, loving, and what is from the ego parading. Even through the most impressive words or gestures, this soul can sense the holding within of a core of fearful separation from the divine. With grace, it allows all to be and moves amongst this world with inspiring light and grace. Paramahamsa, great swan, the soul that moves the souls of others, is reaching to you now. The guru, the teacher, the light, the love that is all. You are blessed by sacred divine relationship with the essence of love itself, that adores you and wants only for you to be free. This oracle reaches to you now, indicating that you are held within the grace of a great soul, a teacher of the heart, of the spirit, and there is endless light bestowed upon you for protection. Your path ahead is assured. Soon you will be shifting from hope to a sense of inevitability in your attainment of the spiritual goals closest to your heart. Be with your practice of love through meditation, yoga, kindness, nature, dance, singing, whatever speaks to your heart, and know that you're one with the divine, and it's only a matter of time before you realize it. Oh, the poetry. To love from afar. All we share are dreams of what will unfold. Your final card. Your final card, card number 22. Loving all that is. And remember, mind you, there were two that became one. You wise awakening being, you can love all that is. You can love your tears and your sadness, for they are a testament to your open heart. You can love your numbness and fatigue, for they show that you have worked hard and are now in need of rest. You can love your energy and passion, even when you are so far ahead of the pack, you have to wait a while for everyone else to catch up. Maybe a day, maybe a decade or so, because you choose not to curb your enthusiasm for anyone. You can love your anger because underneath it is fire, underneath its fire is a desire for respect. And you can love your peacefulness because within your heart, you really don't care much for fighting sometimes. If there is something that is shaming you, worrying you, challenging you, it's okay to just love it. It will make sense when it needs to. Until then, just love it, even when it hurts, for it's part of your own divine nature awakening. It may just be like a painful cramp happening because it's been curled up for too long. This oracle brings you a sweet message. You are just asked to love. Everything else will take care of itself. A state of being, allowing, receiving, becoming one with all that is. Oh my God. That's amazing. Now we are ready for Caroline. Now we are in a good space. There won't be no demons or Tuam in your crystals. All right. Let me just count myself down. 41 and 14. 46% at 456. Let's see what my phone says. Hello. Okay. Let's get back to Caroline. Let's see. So prosperity. Okay. I got all three. Give me 1 second. I just have to. Oh. All right. Okay. Caroline, breathe very deep and very slow. All right. I'm going to do your 2 energetic, the Umbra lunar recalibration, as well as the crystal coding before I do the past life, okay? So if you can grab your crystal, let me know when you're ready. Breathe very deep and very slow. Place the crystal in your left palm, right palm cupped over the top. Breathe deep and slow. I'm accessing your Akashic records. I can't quite make sense of it. You're wearing Grecian attire, but I have the feeling of Northern Africa, along the Nile. And I see a lion. This looks like almost like a coliseum. It looks like where gladiators would be watched. And you're in the audience. Wolf is here somewhere. I don't understand. Oh, shit. He's a gladiator. So this was like a smaller, arena. Okay, it wasn't a huge one, but it seems as though you were married to whoever was in charge of that region. I don't want you to take this too harshly, okay? I don't want you to be hard on yourself. As a gift, your husband allowed you to pick one of the gladiators. You were to pick one for your gift to have relations with. And you picked Wolf. And then later on, I think it was probably the next day, to finish off the gift, he was forced to fight in the arena. And it was at one point where he was about to lose, and they stopped the match and gave you the option 40% at 5:04. They stopped the match and gave you the option of choosing whether he will be saved or if they were going to go ahead and execute him in front of you. And you opted to allow him to be executed. Inside your heart, you didn't want to, but the crowd was just so excited and like, they wanted blood. And so you agreed to it. It seems as though this is a trauma both of you have carried since that life. I'm going to go ahead and clear it for you. Okay. Was it typical of that time, Melissa? Are you okay, Caroline? You all right? I think with the clearing of this, the two of you can finally move forward from that. Um, this might be part of the reason why it's been a little bit of a struggle for him to kind of come to terms with exactly who and what you are on his journey. Um, I don't necessarily think he consciously remembers, but there is still that feeling of betrayal that came with that. Um, and it's not that you're a bad person. That's just how things were at that time, where you made promises while you were intimate, kind of like a game, you know? So I feel your heart breaking. His higher self says, let's clear it. I'll go ahead and clear it for you both. I'm just going to smile. Caroline, activate your A-OK. If you feel the presence of a male, Archai is here to assist, okay? Caroline, breathe. Archai is standing behind you. He will be inserting his hands through both shoulder blades while I insert my hands through your chest. We're going to merge in your heart space to melt all the frayed edges and reunify your bond. Taking the open frequency, exiting matrix. Entering echo, entering akasha. We fall, rise, merge. How do you feel? Make sure you breathe very deep and very slow. Okay, Caroline? I know. Oh my God. The energies are just so raw for everyone today. I know. Fuck you, Mercury. Shit. I say that with love and light. This is fucking Mercury. All right. All right. I think I'm over that rut. Fucking Mercury. Hold on, guys. Let's be sure of this. Only the good shit gets to stay. I don't know if you guys are aware, but when it comes to sacred smoke, sage clears everything out. Good, bad, it don't matter. It's clear the F out. Palo Santo, however, leaves the good juju. It's just front to back, front to back. Okay. Much better. Much better. Oh, let me just share this really quick. Red-tailed hawk. My spirit animal. Got the hawk up in this biatch. Okay. Also, hold on, guys. I definitely feel as though this is necessary because F that, I'm done with the dark shit. I have a lot of patience, but the amount of dark shit right now is just beyond my capacity. Okay? I'm not that fucking patient. There you go. Where's my... There we go. We can only trigger a girl so much before she lights black candles. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Sick of that shit. Okay. Now I'm saying. And you know what else? We's about to get real crunk up in this bitch. Now I'm ready. I'm ready now. All right. Who's next? We protected by llama. We got the black candles. I'm just saying. I'm going to get too hot. Let me quit messing around. Let me just quit messing around. All right. Next we have, let us see. Deb Lashbrook. Okay. I'll definitely check all of that. Deb, are you, what is that? It's the It's a hat. Con cara llama. It's a llama hat. It's made out of llama by people in Peru. That makes it sacred. 51% at 516,666, which is not an evil number. Let's get that straight. Oh, there's Deb. All right. Let me go ahead and scan you. So it looks like your Kundalini has spikes that have been pushed into it. Has your low back been hurting? Right, Jessica? She says, we looked everywhere for that llama. I will tell y'all. I don't speak Spanish, but when it came to me arguing with our driver about taking me back to get that hat, you best believe my ass got conversational with that. I got real conversational in Espanol. So, okay, that would explain why your tailbone and like low back area is hurting. It looks like spikes, almost like thorns. There is this weed that produces really large spikes. That's what it looks like. I don't know if you've seen it. In California, it grows on the side of the road, and it has like purple flowers. I don't remember what it's called, but it has really long thorns, like about this long. And that's what it looks like in your Kundalini, the housing, as well as going partially up your spine. Let me check the chakras too. Your shield looks okay. Let me just double check the shield before I stick with the okay. I don't sense anything. I don't see anything or sense anything needing repair in your auric shield. Now, your chakras, some of the spikes within the Kundalini containment area did enter into the sacral. I wouldn't be surprised if you've been having kind of like a weird feeling of menstrual type cramps, but not. Or like a weird upset tummy, but not. That it would account for those kind of feelings. The root seems to be sealed off. And it seems like it was done by you intentionally. You're having spasms. All of this looks like it's stemming from some really unconventional ascension mechanics. It doesn't register to me right now as an attack. It looks like some really odd ascension mechanics. I'm looking at your other chakras. Your heart space has like really expanded. I wouldn't be surprised if you're having a little bit of cramping on your left lower breast area, like near the bottom of your left ribs in the front. For whatever reason, some of the heart space energy is accumulating there, but it doesn't seem like it's energy that needs to be cleared away. It doesn't seem like it's energy that is malignant in any way. It just seems like that's where the overflow of heart energy is going. And then I see your crown is prairie dogging. That's what's going on. Your crown is prairie dogging down. You're about to level up massively, and it seems as though it's just like it dilates and contracts, dilates and contracts. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Probably because between my husband and I, you know, when you gotta go potty real bad. And we're like, hurry up, it's prairie dogging. That's TMI, but it's okay. 55% at 521. Deb. So the crown space is prairie dog and everything looks okay. This is just a very odd sort of ascension mechanics that you're going through. With the thorns, I'm like really observing the thorns and trying to figure out what that is. Is your gallbladder doing a little bit better? Has that improved? And for those of you that are watching on Facebook, I'm live on YouTube. It has, okay. So then it kind of makes sense in some weird, unexplainable way. It's like the residual, 55% at 522. The numbers. Change. It's guiding you to change. I love it. I love it. Okay, focus. It seems like those spikes are actually what was processed from the gallbladder, and it's gone down. Like when that whole thing we did to assist you with your gallbladder, it really inspired you to release a little bit more. And so your Kundalini flared up and kind of consumed that disharmonic energy and brought it back down. Now, it's almost as though it crystallized into a spiky structures. So that definitely should be cleared. Is it okay with you if I go ahead and clear that, Doug? I mean, let me just go ahead and put my earbuds in, like I've already gotten a yes. Okay, she said yes. Let us see. Ooh. Oh, I like this. Let's go. Okay, sorry. All right, how do you feel, Deb? Ladies love me. I'm on my coochie. How do you feel? Oh, I like that. Mansi Tayagi. Awesome, Deb. So you might feel like a pulsing going up your spine and down your spine and alternating from ice to fire, ice to fire. It's definitely going to work to help dissolve those pricklies. And you might have a purging episode. You might have a purging episode later tonight. You might not be thanking me later. But these are toxins that needed to be flushed out anyways. Okay? So let's see. Next we have Melissa Bernard. Okay. And then ooh, okay. That's where I've been having pain as well. Not really pain, but just what cards did I use in Number Wars? It's called A Journey of Love. It's by the same lady who made the Rumi cards, Alana Fairchild. Yeah, I like it. I should use it more. Let me see if your higher self would like it to be used. Actually, no. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on. It's a shit talking deck. Thank you for posting the link, Claudia. So let's see. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Okay. It kind of makes me nervous. Like, why is this deck being used? All right. Let's, oh my God, it's so slippery. All right. So we have the King of Coins in reverse. It's about using any means to achieve the desired end. An old and vicious man, peril, unfaithfulness. I know you're not going to like this question. Has your ex contacted you? Using any means to achieve the desired end. I think he might be trying to very soon. Okay. And then you have the Page of Swords. So with the Page of Swords, this is about vigilance, agility, spying, a discreet person, a lithe figure person, adept at perceiving, discerning, and uncovering the unknown. So it might be that he's catching wind, the X is catching wind of you moving forward, like energetically speaking, and it's causing him to want to insert himself in some way, shape, or form back into your life. But you're like the Page of Swords. This is your energy, where you're really good at ducking and dodging. So oh Lord. I thought I ended the live. I think this has to do with when you do decide to move out of the area. Okay. I think that's what he's going to catch wind of. And he's going to want to know where you're moving to, because he has continued to keep tabs on you, as you're probably already aware. And then you have Hanging Ghost in reverse. Let's see. So you have Hanging Ghost in reverse, and this means lack of sacrifice, unwillingness to make the necessary effort, egotism, false prophecy, useless sacrifice. So it might be just a confirmation, and you already know this. He's not going to sway you from anything. You know what I mean? He's so not going to sway you, but he might come with a sob story, and this is just confirmation of what you already know, so that you don't begin to question in any way, shape, or form whether you're just being a bitch, you're being heartless, you're not. You know he's not to be trusted. I mean, you've known this. I'm also told to pull you a card from this deck. I'm not sure why. Let's pull you one more. Right, right. This is really just confirmation of what you already know, because your intuition has become so highly developed. It's just confirming what the guidance you're getting. Perfect timing. Divine timing ordained by the angels is never too late or too early. So if at any point you kind of get it in your head, you need a set. You need a shotgun and a Glock. Glocks have no safety. Bang, bang. But it's this need for you to know, you know when it's time. You don't have to go by what you plan. Like, if you have things already planned, like a chronological idea of how things are going to go, it might not go that way. You might just change your mind and decide something, and it seems like so out of character and so unplanned, and you know that might make you uncomfortable, but everything is perfectly planned out by soul, and it doesn't always match up what the human mind plans. Okay, so I mean, you already know all that. What was the other theme that you got? And a bias scan. So, okay, let's look at your areas. Breathe very deep and very slow. There's a dagger in your back. It would be just left of your spine, near the top portion of your left shoulder blade. The energy signature, you know this signature. Okay, I'm gonna just message you really quick. I'm gonna send you a private message, okay? And you'll know exactly what it means. So that's for the back, the sensations of the back. Your higher self is removing right now. I'm kind of like, why, girl? Why'd you even let that happen? Why? Girl. Yeah, I knew you'd think of that name because that's the one. Yeah, that's basically what she says. So that you become more adept with your awareness of your field and when things don't feel right. Also for your wrist area, it looks almost like a misalignment of energy, not necessarily of bone. I'm trying to disperse the energy. Your hand and your wrist area might start to go numb, okay? How do you feel? And while you're processing that experience, for everyone on Facebook, please join me on my YouTube channel right now. I'm going to be shutting down the Facebook Live because something is glitching on my end. I'd love to see you guys continue to join me for the live stream on YouTube. Just go to my channel, Emmy Evolving on YouTube. Okay, I'll still be live on YouTube. So I will see you guys there. There we go. She said the area is really hot and the tips of my fingers are super cold. Yeah, that would be the energy. Yeah. All right. So hopefully that helps. I'm also being told that part of it has to do with you pulling in my experience. I've been pushing a little too hard, weights that are a lot heavier than what I'm accustomed to. And so my wrists are very weak and it's just an adjustment period. So if you begin to feel that again, make sure you kind of pause and say, if this is someone else's experience, I'm detaching myself from it. Return to whoever is truly experiencing this, to whoever owns this experience. Okay? So even if it's not me, it'll go back to whoever it belongs to in the first place. All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. If you guys would like to purchase an expedite, please do go to the link in the comment. Oh, shit. Shoot. There you go. There you go. All right. Well, let's get back to this. Becky Johnson. Past life. Ooh. Becky, are you here? All right, she's here. Oh, man. Please make it a nice, gentle life. No, we can handle this. We can handle this. Let's go ahead and I just needed that for a second. All right, Becky, breathe very deep and very slow. We're in a very rough area. It looks almost like a rocky and sandy desert wilderness. You're guiding a horse and holding it, and it's walking behind you. There was someone riding on the back of the horse, and now they're kind of walking beside the horse on the other side towards its back quarters. It seems like a child. You're a man in this life. I'm not understanding. It seems like you guys are being followed, but I don't see anyone. And then superimposed is fire. Like you, the horse, and the child are all on fire, but the fire doesn't burn you. I'm not, I'm too foggy to make full sense of it. There's references to Jesus being lost in the wilderness, in the desert. I don't understand. Do you, are you are you do you feel connected to Jesus? Not necessarily that you're religious, but just do you feel a strong connection to Jesus? Honestly, I thought Erica was the child, but I don't know for sure. You don't feel a strong connection to Jesus? I'm trying to make sense of it right now because it doesn't quite make full sense to me. So I'll just explain it to you as I kind of understand it. So there were a team of beings that were tasked, and just to clarify, there are those who believe that Jesus didn't actually exist, that he's just an archetype. No, there was actually a man named Jesus who actually existed. What religion says about him is not my concern. But there was actually a human man. His name was not Jesus, but he's the man that we now refer to as Jesus. He was not just representative of archetypes and its stories and things like that. And this man came from the Christ consciousness. He was one of the first, um, I guess you could say, documented ambassadors of the Christ consciousness. And Becky, it seems as though you come from a angelic lineage. I think I've told you that before, or if not, I'm now telling you. You come from an angelic lineage, and you are part of the team that was instructed to assist and create a perimeter around him when he went and secluded himself in the desert. The fire, it seems as though Kamel uh, very much assisted in making sure whatever team it was that was assisting in creating a safe perimeter, uh, he lit them all on fire. So it's like I see an overlay of fire over you, and it doesn't burn you though. I don't. I didn't see Jesus in the visual that I was shown. That's why I'm telling you it doesn't quite make sense to me because it seemed like the child was Erica. I wasn't allowed to see the face. I just saw basically like a child walking on the other side of the horse towards the back of the horse. Like you could see the feet walking, but the whole, like from the chest up, was covered by the horse itself. I don't, I'm not saying that Erica is Jesus or a member of his family or even soul tribe. But it feels like that child was Erica. Can you make more sense, please? Oh. I've told you before that Isaiah is from his tribe, right? Have I told you that before? That he's a very, very special little boy. He's from his tribe. And so it's like you've been tasked again to protect the family. I think because I keep being shown and reminded of this story where Jesus was lost in the desert. He wasn't lost. He was intentionally in the desert. And then he found himself. Oh my God, I thought the candle. Oh, all I said to you was he's special and important. Well, that's why he's special and important. He's from the Christ consciousness. But there's a story about how Jesus entered the desert and he kind of, was fasting and he hid himself away. And at one point, as part of his purification, the devil came to him and told him to throw himself off the cliff, kind of to test how powerful he is and that God would send an angel to keep him from falling. And Jesus said, no. You're part of the team that would have caught Jesus if he did throw himself off. Thank God he said no. But yeah, so it's like you're coming full circle. I think with that, it must have weighed heavily on you, the fact that this darker negative being with ill intention was able to make contact with someone you were charged to keep protected. Okay, so definitely you've been tasked again to protect that family in this life as a human being. That's a very high honor, and it's also one that comes with a lot of challenges, a lot of tests, a lot of tests. So just make sure when you have these struggles, this ties to Erica somehow. Are you guys arguing right now? Are you guys like not, I guess you could say on good terms? Oh, I've never heard of that movie, Lissy. I don't watch movies or TV. I don't want you to use what I say next to further your anger towards her, okay? You cannot do that. She's playing her role. Whatever she does, she was asked to do that, okay? It will grow him. It will grow him in ways only she can. But to answer your question, yes. Yes. So don't be quick to make snap judgments of what you should do in regards to her. She's still a very important component of his journey. Okay? But it puts you in a very tricky and delicate situation. I know you can handle it, though. I definitely know you can handle it. Okay. And plus, Deb's badass. Deb is badass. She can take care of this for you, too. Hold on 1 second, guys. I need more payments. Okay. Because the evil. Oh my God, it blew itself out. You can't believe that? Candle's done. Wasn't even that long. Oh. Hold on. There we go. All right. Yeah, she does need to go with the flow. I agree, Doug. So let us see. Next we have Tess. Okay, so for the crystal code here. It's really dark. Okay. Put my earbuds in. Tess, are you here? All right, Tess is here. So breathe very deep and very slow. Do you have your crystal with you? Or your item? And you guys, when I finish with I Am Ether, I'm going to be shutting down the link, okay? So if you'd like to get something, now is the perfect time to do it before it's shut down. All right. So breathe deep and slow. Place the crystal in your left palm, cupped over by your right. You might feel it begin to pulsate. Release the resistance. Breathe. Supercharging your A-OK. Deep inhale. Exhale and expand. Initiating amplifiers. Pushing charge down arms. Flooding palm spheres. Infusing your item now. Breathe. Just keep breathing very deep and very slow. All right. We're going to do the toroidal transformer, okay? Breathe. I'm going to pressure inject extremely high bioelectric energy. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Breathe, test. Breathe. Deep and slow. If you feel tightness, let go. If you don't, you'll shatter your chakras. Just breathe. You might get very dizzy. Cranking up the charge. Breathe. How do you feel? Just give you a second to finish your experience. And if you guys are wondering where you can get this stuff that I'm using, swear to God, I'll be loading it on my website at some point. Okay? Okay. Some point it'll be on the website, I promise. Good, I'm glad you're breathing. You're wondering if it's something else interrupting your flow energetically. I don't feel anything else. I'm checking even down to deep core. Only thing that I detect is that bit of resistance, the resistance to releasing control fully. But you know, I don't know everything. I don't feel everything. I feel a lot, but there's still things that could go, excuse me, undetected by me. I am still human. Yeah, I didn't feel like you weren't breathing, but I did feel that resistance starting to pop up again, starting to rise. And so whenever I tell you to breathe, it refocuses your brain back to the task at hand versus allowing it to let that resistance like take root again. So let's see. It's on sale for $33, CJ. Yeah, you actually did much better during this expedite than all other expedites previous. Because before I would feel you like, girl, did you literally hold your breath? But here I didn't feel you hold your breath at all. I felt at one point like your breath kind of caught itself, like you just paused for just a second and then you started breathing again. So you did good. You did good. Definitely did good. Next, oh, wait, let me shut it off. Let it wash over me, ready to lose my feet. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Day to day, I'm blind to see. I forgot that I'm live and you're watching me. Let's go to Simi. Simi, are you here? Simi. Mm-hmm. Hi, Ebony. Jason's not answering his phone because he doesn't want to talk to you. That's why. Y'all gotta understand, you know, when you all up in someone's mix and they don't want you in their mix, and then you go and try and find out, it's still an invasion of their privacy, an invasion of their sovereign space. And unless you stop doing that, I'm not gonna talk to you. Simi, are you here? Are you kidding me right now? That's why he don't want to talk to you. You don't hear anything unless it's what you want to hear. Whether he's with another woman or not, that's none of my fucking business. I'm not going to be going into someone else's field snooping around their shit. For real, though. Learn boundaries. Learn boundaries. When a person wants to be with you, they will be with you. When a person respects and values you in their life, they will allow you to have access to them. One of the things that triggers me the most is when I create a boundary and then people still keep pushing. I want access. I want more. No, you don't get more.
What's the timestamp?
2 hours, 2 minutes.
That's what's up.
Oh, okay. Well then, make it your business. Don't be making it public and spreading that shit around here. Obviously, it's not your business because you didn't know. If it was your business, you'd know. You'd have access. You'd be told. But obviously, it's not your business. Okay. Okay, so this is for Simi. It's a Claire Tarot reading. Let me get the cards. One of the moderators, remove Love Life 369 for being a jackass. That's how people respond to that kind of energy. Learn your place in life. Stay in your fucking lane. Whether that's your spouse, boyfriend, neighbor, brother, mother, father, I don't give a fuck. Okay? That's a sovereign soul. Learn your fucking place in your fucking lane. You don't get to do that shit. You want to act stupid like that? Do that shit in private. CJ, thank you for the reminder. Okay, so Simi, when you watch the replay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me just, cards are being thrown all over the place. Yeah, sorry. Y'all, I've been with my husband for 20 years, and at no point do I ever feel it's appropriate to treat him like that, like he's my personal property. He don't want to answer his phone. He don't answer his phone. I stop calling. I stop texting. But when your ass gets home, we going to talk. I want to know. And if you don't want to share with me, then we don't need to be together. But to be hounding someone like that, Okay, so here we go. So immediately when I was reading your question, I got the word mimic. The one holding the hand over your mouth in the dream was not actually who it was, who it appeared to be. Okay, so I got mimic. It seems like you've been accessed. Your field has been breached. Let me see. So Page of Swords is about vigilance, agility, spying, a discreet person, an active youth, a Lith figure, as in Lilith. A person adept at perceiving, discerning, and uncovering the unknown. So something's been observing, something has been trying to derail your progress, which you've been making progress. Try your best to continue to focus on internal work, on growing yourself, on rising above the circumstance that's been plaguing you for so long. You also have Knight of Cups in reverse. So this means subtlety, trickery, a sly and cunning person, a person capable of swindling. And as you already know, the whole swindling ties into the whole Lith person. So all of this is tied together. They're all indicators of the same circumstance. It's ramping up. And typically when you're dealing with the narcissistic energy, even if it's just on an energetic level, a narcissist will definitely wild out when they or it begins to realize they're losing control, losing their grip and power over you. So instead of seeing this as you're being attacked, see this as further confirmation that you are making tremendous strides forward to the point where you're so far from their ability to control you that it's causing them to take desperate measures and implant images and thoughts that would make you think opposite. Okay? Your last card is 10 of Swords. Let's see. So 10 of Swords in reverse is benefit, profit, improvement, passing success, momentary advantage. So if you go ahead and look at that, redirected it, you know, if Lilith wants to throw swords at you, take it in, redirect it, send it back. Okay? You don't have to take it in. Just like when someone delivers a package to your door, just because it's brought to your door doesn't mean you have to receive the package. You can absolutely tell the mailman, no, nope, send it back. Send it back to sender. And they have to. They can't just leave the package there. Okay? So, Simi, remember, you're much more powerful than this circumstance. Choose to shift. Even tiny shifts create massive ripples of change. They cannot continue the trajectory of their intention when you keep shifting, you keep dodging, okay? Just shift. Little shifts just like that can help you miss whatever daggers are being thrown at you. So I think you're going to be okay. Make sure you do your kokoro exercises. Use your oils. The candle kit that you have, definitely use that. You might want to use the custom Simi oil a little bit more. You can get little satchels or even just little squares of fabric or even cotton balls and spray it and leave more around, okay? You need to create a perimeter, especially around your bedroom. Anywhere where you do astral travel or sleep, things like that. You just need to make sure that the area is really infused with protective energies, which that custom oil will do the trick. That's specialized for exorcism on a whole nother level. There's a ton of, let's just put it that way. That's some potent stuff that I made for you. Okay. Let's see. Next we have Kayla Sislow for prosperity. Kayla, are you here? So let us see. Kayla, are you here? Let's do this. Maybe Kayla has stepped away from the live. We'll go back to her. Give her time to come back. Noi, are you here? That wasn't even mad. That was just irritated. So I'll just explain what that was about. I'm huge on respect. I'm huge on respect. When someone tells me to stop, if I'm doing something that's upsetting them, making them feel uncomfortable, I stop. That's because I respect you. Even if I don't know you, I respect you. And when someone, because I conduct myself in that way where I give everyone at least a minimal level of respect, if you come to me and you don't match that minimal level of respect and you continue to try and step on my toes in my lane, I will fucking stomp you so that you learn. If you don't want to get stomped, don't go in my lane. And I'm huge on that. It's just something that I've always been that way. Always been that way. Oh, is she here? Oh, she's here. Okay. So, Kayla, I will get to you. I will do illuminated goddess really quick, and then I will get to you. Okay. So breathe very deep and very slow. All right. Breathe very deep and very slow. Place your item in your left palm, right hand cupped over top. Norn, put your hands together just like this while you hold it. All right. How do you feel? Oh, thank you, Lissy. Sorry I freaked you out, Lissy. So I'll just give her a minute. Yay! She feels blessed. You're welcome. Let's go back to Kayla. That was for prosperity as well. Awesome. Blossom, blossom. All right. Are your electronics okay, Kayla? Were you able to plug it in? Girl, bring that abundance in, illuminated goddess. Oh, wait. Were you thinking it was me? I'm sorry. Okay. You do drain stuff. Okay. So breathe very deep and very slow. Hold your item in your left palm, right palm on top. Kayla, you might begin to feel your whole body tingling. I'm pulling all the charge from you and infusing it into your item, okay? Just breathe. You might start to get a little bit dizzy. You can hold one hell of a charge. I'm taking your charge, going to amplify it. Breathe. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. How do you feel? Thank you, Caroline. I love your name, by the way. Caroline. Is that how you say it, Caroline? Awesome, Kayla. She says much more focused and centered. The static is gone. So what you've been doing, you're not quite cognitive yet of how to harness the energy that you're harvesting. You're constantly harvesting energy, and it's almost like you're just pouring it into your field, and that will definitely destroy your electronics, as you already know. And also it will create a lot of like static noise. But if you discharge it, there's times where if you watch my live stream, you'll see like the side of my head turns all rainbowy or down here because I'm discharging that extra energy. I'm very similar to you in that the way my system works, I'm constantly harvesting energy from the environment all over the place. I'm constantly pulling in energy. So you have to learn how to discharge it. If you're not already in my Kokoro classes, I don't think you are. you should definitely consider joining so that you learn how to harness this energy. You, yeah, that's good. That's good. I hope you're able to stick with the plan of getting into the class this week, because it's not cheap destroying electronics. I've destroyed like 3 cars, I think. I've killed like 7 or 8 deep charge batteries for the RV. I think 3 alternators. And yeah, that's why I don't like driving, because when I drive, I end up killing the car. Let us see. Next, we have Billy. Billy, 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 are you here? All right, let's see. Ooh, past life. Look at all these walls I built. Baby, they're tumbling down. Didn't even put up a fight. Didn't even make the sound. I've exploded, I think, at least 3 microwaves. The last one was at my brother's house. It was so bad. Like it caught fire. He wasn't home, luckily. So when he got home, I just nonchalantly, oh, by the way, I don't think your microwave is working. I don't think your microwave, I don't know why. Because I broke it. All right, Billy, breathe very deep and very slow. This life is galactic. Your skin, your fingers, definitely not human. Please show me. There is like a holographic display. Civilizations scattered throughout creation. The plan, domination and division. It's okay. At one point in your existence, you partook in plans to dominate and overtake other civilizations. It's okay. You did what had to be. Further the evolution through darkness and destruction. Not because you're evil, simply because you had the courage to do what needed to be done. It weighs heavily on your heart. I didn't hear. It's okay. Part of the work you did is to assist in dismantling of my empire. You don't need forgiveness. There's nothing to forgive. Put in my hands all your guilt and shame. Those don't belong to you. All of it. Don't hold on to any of it. How do you feel, Billy? Don't be sad. In that life, you lived as a Draconian. Don't feel bad. I lived the life as a Draconian. This is one of the things that I've kind of been discussing with others privately for a few days now. It keeps coming up in just casual conversation, in private sessions, things like that. It's this very real fact that the human mind can't quite grasp that even things done with malicious intent, it actually continues to serve the light. It continues to serve the grand plan of God's source itself. Nothing in creation is allowed to exist unless it's in alignment with the plan of God. So when things become a little bit dark, when things are done in a way that the human mind identifies or labels as bad or whatever it is, that doesn't mean in the grand scheme of things that it is bad or evil in any way, shape, or form. Okay, Billy, there's nothing to forgive. There's nothing to forgive. I left my empire. It needed to be broken up. You didn't do something hurtful to me. You didn't dishonor yourself in any way at all. It needed to be divided. Okay? It was too vast an empire to be controlled by one, unless they had the level of compassion that I had in that life. That was too much power for one individual to have. It needed to be broken up. So although it was done through force and violence, it's what needed to happen for the greatest good. Okay? Let's see. Next, we have Ebony Johnson. Ooh, eclipse recalibration. And I'm glad your heart feels lighter. You don't have to carry that with you. All right. Ebony, are you here? She might have stepped away for a moment. Let's see. So we'll go back to Ebony. Next, we have Catherine Garland. To vital torch. Right. Catherine, are you here? All right. Good. Billy, let the tears keep flowing. Allow that to wash all of this unnecessary, heavy density out of your field. It doesn't belong to you at all. There's no reason for it to continue to be carried. Okay? Just let the tears clean you off. All right, Catherine, let's get started. Mm-hmm. Let me just find sound. All right. Breathe deep and slow. I'm generating a charge. Three, two, one. How do you feel? Oh my God. Melissa, that just gave me tingles from head to toe. I work in the darkness to serve the light. Boom. All right. Catherine feels amazing. I want to share this with you guys. I come from the tribe of Michael, Archangel Michael. Now, society has painted Michael as some tutti frutti, like, oh, love and light. The truth of Michael is darkness. Okay? It's darkness. Who do you think God sends to fuck shit up? Michael. So this concept of, in order to be spiritual, you have to just love and light, love and light, love and light. Like, it's bullshit. Because God's most trusted, the most trusted angels are pure darkness and destruction. And the difference between those angels and demons is their obedience to the will of God. That's the only difference. So before you get afraid of things because they're dark, remember what I just shared with you. Oftentimes it's in dark ways that the will of God is performed. It doesn't matter what your intention is. So long as you exist, your existence will always, always serve to further the will of God. Whether you believe in God or not, whatever you want to call this God, source, energy, prime creator, whatever it is you want to label it, it will always be to serve and further the will of God. And the will of God involves the expansion of consciousness through experiencing all types of experiences. Okay? That's the whole point of life, to experience, to feel. Someone once told you were infused with Luciferian energy. Oh, girl. Here's the thing. All these things we think we know about Lucifer is actually false. Lucifer has always been and continues to be an angel of light, not darkness. Not darkness. So just take that in, Melissa. Definitely take that in. That's confirmation you're made of light. Yeah. Yep. Gosh. Yeah, Billy. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right. Ebony, are you here? Did Ebony come back? Let me see. Me, ready to lose my feet. Sarah Mesa. Oh. Holy shit, girl. Are you okay? I saw her on Facebook or here earlier, but she has a lot of kids like me, so you just never know where I am at any given moment. I just pop in and out. All right, Mystic Mermaid. Are you okay? Oh my God. Let me go ahead and begin pulling cards for you. Let's see. Exactly, Billy. I can totally sympathize what you are feeling, Mystic. But But I want you to know, it's really important for you to know, and this is coming from your higher self, and I feel the validity of this even before your higher self asked me to tell you. Your children are highly protected. No harm was ever going to really be allowed to come to them. That's why you noticed the brake line was cut and the puddle of brake fluid before you drove with them in the vehicle. Regardless of the intent, okay, if someone actually did this, regardless of the intent, it furthers your abilities. It furthers your development. It highly refines your discernment and intuition. Just keep that in mind, okay? There's nothing anyone can do to tear you down without your participation or passive permission, okay? I'm gonna pull you some cards to help give you more clarity. Oh, okay. Let's see. And these cards as well. Well, you're about to kick some booty. So you have 10 of coins in reverse. 10 of coins in reverse has to do with bad odds, possible loss, a hazard, dissipation. Totally, you avoided it, okay? You avoided it with you being aware of your surroundings as you're going through the day. They really did try. They really did try. Strength. You also got the strength card. It means courage, energy, resolution, defiance, action. You know, so this represents you. They're upside down in their logic. Whoever attempted this is totally upside down in their logic. But no matter what, I mean, you kick their ass, okay? So this image is about, what's his name? Strength card portrays Wu Sung, a legendary hero who slew a tiger. And look at this. Yeah, you killed them. You got him, girl. You got him. So 7 of Spades. Give me just 1 second. 7 of Spades. 7 of Staves in reverse means anxiety, embarrassment, hesitancy causing losses, perplexity. 7 of Staves in reverse. So don't allow this to shake you to the point where you're unbalanced, where you're not grounded. Whatever it was that attempted, they failed. Okay? Get defiant. Get really, really defiant. Roll your neck and get real defiant, girl. Okay? Seriously, no matter what they try, it's gonna fail. It will fail. Whatever is not going to grow you is not going to be allowed. Your children are not allowed to be harmed unnecessarily. Okay? They're not allowed to be endangered unnecessarily. That doesn't mean that things are not allowed to happen. It just means that whatever does happen, it furthers the will of creation. A soul that's part of creation, which is every single soul there is, wants to evolve through experiences. And that's, you have to remember that. It's through experiences we actually grow, okay? So I'm just gonna get you a few more cards. Hi, Ebony. I figured you had to take care of the babies. You don't have to apologize. I know you got yellow kids like me. I'm just pulling a couple more cards to get further confirmation. Okay, that's what I thought. All right. So the picture that I'm being shown totally lines up with what I'm feeling. It's this sense of something or someone has become overly aware of your growing independence. You no longer want to partake in a system of guilt, shame, control. You don't want to be a part of it. And so it increases your power, and that makes them more and more jealous. It makes them envy you and your ability to not be a part of that system anymore. So a lot of things are being done to kind of cause you to question yourself, cause you to feel as though you're not powerful enough to prevent things from happening to your family, that you're at the mercy of darkness, and it's just a lie. All of that is a lie. And the final cards that I pulled, I want to show you the Empress in reverse. You know, if you are the Empress, this is what they want you to do. Put you upside down and confused, disoriented. This is a cycle that needs to die. Okay? It needs to end. You're no longer participating in this cycle, and it's like a very desperate attempt to get you pulled back in and feeling these same old feelings you've been feeling, really taking into your core old programming again, because much of the old programming, you've pushed it out of your core. You're really taking tremendous steps forward, and don't let this cause you to backslide too far. Even if you do backslide, you'll make up for that again. But the less you allow yourself to backslide, the less you'll have to make up for. Okay? So more of your effort could go towards moving forward versus making up for that slide. You definitely need to pay attention. I don't feel like you guys are in danger, but I do feel like all of this is kind of being utilized by your soul as a way to develop your intuition even more, to get you to pay closer attention. Because it seems as though as you were going through an ascension cycle, your last one, you were trying your best to just go with the flow of things. And in that attempt to just go with the flow and have the least bit of resistance, you were starting to overlook some details that needed to be noticed. Okay? And if you look at your clock right now, it should say 5:55. So just think on that. Change. It's time for change. Okay? Yeah, I know you're trying real hard to move forward, and you are moving forward. You are. So just focus on that. Life is like a dance, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You don't have to beat yourself up or feel as though you've completely lost just because you take a step back. That's part of the process, okay? So let's see. Ebony. Let's mark this. Ebony, are you still here? You're welcome, Mystic Mermaid. She might have left. Ebony, are you here? All right. Let's go ahead and mark her. She might have had to take care of the babies again. Sophie, oh, she's here. So she's here. All right, let's do you. Let's see. So breathe very deep and very slow. Something tells me that this Mercury period, this Mercury retrograde period. Ooh. Something tells me that this Mercury retrograde period that we're in, paired with the lunar event coming has been greatly affecting you. This is going to be a very large recalibration, okay? Make sure you're seated. You might start to feel a gurgling in your low belly. Breathe. You might get very warm, okay? Right. How do you feel? Was the card that you drew earlier, was it in reverse or was it upright? Was it direct? Yay! So I yawned right before I started with you because your higher self was already raising the frequency so high. I felt like I was starting to go astral. So for your Ace of Knives, it might have a lot to do with you recognizing how much determination you have, how skilled you actually are. Oh, perfect. So it was upright. Yeah. So again, this is about you recognizing that, and you're probably going through a lot of, caca type of event right now, but you have what it takes to overcome it, not just survive it, but absolutely dominate that and thrive. Okay. Does this have to do with, well, no, you don't have to tell me. Girl, stay in your lane. Don't be all up in someone else's mix. Stay in your lane. We're just gonna stay in our lane. Excuse me. Ebony, make sure you drink a lot of water. You felt a little bit dehydrated to me. Okay. So let's see. Sophia Mullen. This is for an activation. Sophia Mullen, are you here? Okay. Hi, she. I do know. I do know. I typically, encourage Scorpios to put the stinger away. In this circumstance, sting them. Yeah, sting them. The energy's still there. It's stagnating. All right, Sophia. Okay. So breathe very deep and very slow. Put your item in your left palm and your right hand cupped on top. How do you feel? Breathe. Make sure you stay seated. Very deep, very slow breath. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. It's a lot of energy that was put into the item. Okay. with it being in your left palm. That's your receiving chakra, so it's pulling the energy into your space even further. You might want to put the item down or just hold it in your right hand, and that might help with your lightheadedness. All right, how do you feel now? You feel better? Yay! Make sure you don't get up until you're certain that you won't be so dizzy you fall over, okay? Just stay seated for a little bit longer until you acclimate just a little bit more to that recalibration. The item that you chose is an amplification type of material. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to use it, until you become accustomed to that amount of energy, you may feel dizzy every time, okay? So when you go to use it, make sure you're seated or reclining and don't get up until you're sure you're not that dizzy, okay? So next we have Deb Lashbrook. Okay, I can find out some info for you, Deb. Let's do this. Like, oh, I didn't realize I have my kombucha beside me. No, I was looking at this. Really? 10 grams of carbs. Whatever. So, Deb, let's get you some cards. What the? Hold on. I don't know what deck I'm being directed to pull from. Was this in another deck? Oh. I moved the cards. It's this deck that's right in front of me. Because there's a lot of glare from my studio lights. It just looks like a reflection of light. That's why I didn't notice. It's right there. Let me just go ahead and finish shuffling. Every day. Oh, okay. There you go. Wash of me. Ready to lose my feet. Da, 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 da. Let me just shuffle one more time, and I will have all the cards Deb moves. Okay. All right, Ms. Deborah. So we have the Three of Cups. So, Three of Cups. This means resolution of a problem, conclusion, solace, healing, satisfactory results, compromise. So it seems as though on a soul level, the reconnection of that twin energy is imminent. On a human level, might not be yet. Might not be. We definitely will see. Your next card is Ten of Staves. And this is about excessive pressures, problems soon to be resolved, possibly using power for selfish ends. I don't necessarily feel like you're using power for selfish ends, but you are putting a lot of pressure on yourself. pressure for reconnection, pressure to kind of usher things along. And you know how soul is. It's not going to do anything it doesn't want to do until it's good and ready to do it. So it's just taking a little bit longer than what you're comfortable with. Your next card is the Hermit in reverse. This is about prematurity, failure caused by dullness, overprudence resulting in unnecessary delay. So the more you try and call in the twin reconnection, the more the twin is probably going to push away. And simply because both of you have a very stubborn nature. It's not stubborn in a bad way. It's that you won't be forced into anything that you're not ready to do, which is actually, that's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. I found that people who are stubborn in that way are much harder for parasites to influence. So that's a very good thing. Okay. Next, you have this card showed itself and then it just threw itself out of the deck. So card number 20, Sweet Soul Rising. So it's almost like that's you and you're chasing after an energy. I'm not really chasing, but like, you're trying to follow after an energy to understand it. And that's the more that, the movement is causing that to go further away. So it's like when you're in a pool and you're trying to grab something that's just out of reach, the more you splash around, the more it gets pushed away. That's the kind of feeling that I get. You may feel lost in your own thoughts and feelings. This is the sweetness of surrender into another world. It's a time to dream, to wonder, not to be clear and sharp right at this precise moment. If you have a clear plan, let it become soft and feel your heart open to allowing whatever it may be. We might believe that it's through tough action and dynamic assertiveness that we make our way through the world. Yet sometimes the sweetness of the soul rises, and instead we can flow gently with the currents of the cosmic ocean, unsure of where we're headed, but safe in the truth that all waters naturally return to the ocean, where they are all wanting to go eventually anyway. You can use your own efforts to swim to your destination against the current at times, or you can float on the sweet love of your own soul as it enjoys the privilege of getting to know itself as one of the divine. This oracle brings to you guidance. Surrender and flow. This is not the time to assert your will and try to make things happen, no matter how much you may want or believe that you should. There is something bigger happening, and everything is going to turn out perfectly according to a far larger plan. That includes your well-being too. Sometimes we have to let go of our expectations about how that bigger plan will be achieved and just let it happen, trusting that it will actually take place even without us striving to make it so. This is one of those times. With innocence, I share my heart, a smile expressing with a tear, sweet words and feelings that impart everything that I hold dear. The promise of a blossom high, the air is bathed in fragrant scent. To reach the sun, you have to fly. Desire wells with love that's meant. To wait for heaven's soft embrace, a fruit so firm and succulent. God's promise must remain so chaste, while passion's glow is slowly spent. Such patience born with time's insight, my soul doth burn in embers light, and savors fresh and moist and ripe, the gift of love when it is right. So it will happen when it's time. Right now is just not that time. In regards to like actual in real life communication. But on an energetic level, it feels like that's going to happen way, way sooner than this in real life circumstance. Okay. You have one more card number 51, Dream a Little Dream. The divine wants to bless you with inspiration, just as a lover would come to the door of the beloved with a spontaneous gift of flowers. So dream a little. Let your imagination wander and wander. What if? What else could be? Breaking down the rigid walls of expectation. Just because something has been does not indicate that it must continue in the same way. So dream a little and receive your spiritual gift. This oracle brings you guidance. A spiritual gift of inspiration is on its way or has just recently been received. It isn't flight of fancy, it's a gift from the divine. Receive it and believe in new possibilities. From unexpected meetings, we talked and shared our lifetime. A gentle, peaceful, quiet time reflected in our smile. We winged our way to distant places and walked along remembered faces of lives we knew we lived some time before. And like a bud about to flower, having reached its appointed hour, we watch ourselves begin to open in the warm touch of spring. So there is the potentiality that in real life connection may happen next spring when they've had time to really digest uh, feeling your presence without understanding what it is. I do feel, well, more than just feel, your higher self is telling me. Your twin is a very guarded individual, and rightfully so. You are as well. And it's just going to take a little bit more time for them to become comfortable with stepping forward and reaching out. Okay, Deb? I hope that helps. So next we have Jessica Barr. Eclipse recalibration. Whew. I feel like astral. That's how I feel. That's fine, because I'm still going to work out when this is done. All right. Jessica, are you here? You're welcome, Deb. Jessica? Yeah, here. Yeah, she's here. All right, let's see. So breathe very deep and very slow. You're about to receive a surge of energy. Breathe deep. Yeah. How do you feel? CJK. The fact that it's all females here, mostly shaking my head. Why, my brothers? Why? I'm a man. What you talking about? All right, so lovely. Thank you. The third eye look at chaos. Your third eye has been accreting energy. Whatever you felt, that influx, that was a massive, massive opening of your third eye. It actually went beyond your third eye and close to the back of your head. It was a lot of energy. Definitely a lot. It wasn't all still there when I was working on you. That probably happened way earlier today then. Let me see. Oh, you didn't say when. It probably happened several hours ago because it just like barely registered, but I did notice there was space that was created, like huge amount of energy surged through and pushed kind of everything aside to create space around the third eye. So sounds and looks like you're going through a massive leveling up. It probably has to do with this lunar eclipse that's about to happen on 17th or 16th. Yeah, you said her throat is open too. Good, good. Those are some really, really important chakras for you personally because it has a lot to do with your personal power. Absolutely. Hold on. You're going to probably do some massive downloading tonight, okay? Your higher self was speaking to me, but it wasn't a message for you. But there is a need for you to know you're probably going to do some massive downloads tonight. That's why the space was created. And more of your coding will most likely go active because of those downloads, okay? You're going to have some detox. All right, guys. I just want to say thank you to everyone who is still here sharing this space with me. I also kind of want to touch on me flashing on someone earlier. When I have live streams like this, it's like me inviting you into my home, okay? And when people are disrespectful, I try my best to be patient and compassionate. But when you try and get me to partake in some way of your abuse of other people and trying to dominate someone, trying to be all up in someone's business when obviously you're not being given access is a form of abuse. It really is. It's a form of abuse. Spiritual, emotional, and mental abuse. Okay. And I will never be okay with that. Ever. Ever. And so, although, yes, I was justified in my reaction and the harshness of my response, I do still want to extend all of you who I invited into my sacred space an apology because you didn't have to witness that. You really didn't have to. And thank you for being patient and being compassionate and just holding space and allowing me to be who I am. I do appreciate that. I really, really do. It wasn't an instance where I felt as though I needed to just have that kind of response. It wasn't just a reaction, it was a response. I knew what I was doing. I knew how I was behaving. I knew what I was saying as I was saying it. But a mirror needed to be held up. And it's just unfortunate that all of you had to witness that. I'm sure that wasn't pretty to witness. But I still take ownership of it, as I do for all of my actions. So I love you guys. I respect you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. It's workout time, workout time. I'm going to the gym. Love you guys. Bye.